Hello, fighter survivors and thrivers. Welcome to the Cancer Show. It is I Am Inspired Inspiration Sunday, and boy, do I have some inspiration for you. Okay, so January 12, 2015, my one full year of posting things that inspired me every single day in the hopes that you too would also be inspired. So today I have a picture. Hi, Colleen, welcome. I have a picture of a helmet, a football helmet. It's my son's football helmet, and it says, "I am inspired. Cheer for your team, especially when they are down by 15. Go Ducks, go." So this is the LA City Ducks, which was Connor's first official football team that he played for. Now he's 13, he's going to be 14 on the 17th. Wow. And this was an amazing organization. We made lifelong friends, and it was just awesome. The very first year they won. They were undefeated, and they won the Super Bowl. And so it was just like, it was like a family. And, you know, it's the same thing when, when somebody's diagnosed. We become a family. We're the C family, the cancer family. I call it the C fam. And, it's kind of like similar to a football game when you're down, and like the fans are cheering you on, and you're like pushing, you're doing your best. You're pulling out all your tricks, all of your energy, you're praying, you're hoping, all these things. It's like the same. It's the same when you're going through a diagnosis or a journey. When you're down, you've got your cheer team to come pick you up. When you don't get the best news, you strategize, you figure out a new play, you try to get that touchdown. And it was a ton of fun. It was so awesome to see these boys jumping up and down and jumping on each other, just at the real Super Bowl. And parents, us in the stands, hugging each other, even crying a little bit, tears of joy. So that was the greatest year ever. And our favorite player still is Peyton Manning. And so Peyton Manning he had some games here that it was the end of the season. It was the end of his career, his football career, and it was Broncos, and I think it was the Patriots. That they played that year, but that was the Super Bowl. And so I really, really wanted to find a way for Connor to meet Peyton. And I even wrote some emails to the Broncos and tried to get in touch with somebody because Connor was going to go and see the game in San Diego. This was, I don't even remember exactly. Anyways, Peyton was injured and he was not able to play that game. And I don't remember where the Super Bowl was, but we weren't going to the Super Bowl. And so I was like, oh my gosh, that was going to be our last way to meet Peyton Manning. And I really, 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 really wanted Connor to meet Peyton because he really wanted to meet Peyton. We were huge Bronco fans, even though we're not from Denver, none of us. And I love Peyton Manning because he's a good guy. He's down to earth. He writes thank you notes. He writes them, actually writes them. And if you read anything about him, I have never heard anything bad about Peyton. He's like a family guy, okay? And I just love the way he plays the game. I just love it. And so he's also a wonderful example for our boys. He's not getting thrown in jail. He's not, you're not hearing about illicit affairs. He's on track. And those are the kind of men that you want your boys to look up to admire. So anyways, I became very close to God during my treatment. Not that I wasn't close before, but it was a different kind of closeness. And I have continued that since since I've gone into survivorship. But I became more spiritual during my treatment and just had this connection And so I would just pray for things out loud in the car, whatever. So I prayed out loud in the car when I was shopping, whenever I had an opportunity, whenever I thought about it, whenever I saw something about Peyton, the Broncos, or footballs, I was just like, please, God, present a situation where Connor can meet Peyton Manning. Present a situation, okay? Remember that, where Connor can meet Peyton. Okay, I said this over and over. Please, God, please, God, please. Asking you shall receive. This went on for like a year, at least a year, maybe a year and a half, this prayer that I was putting out there in the universe. And I was not discouraged, but I just kept on saying it. So one Saturday afternoon, my friend, Eden Sassoon, you guys might know Eden. She's the daughter of Vidal Sassoon, and I actually did a video with her because Vidal did pass away from cancer, and Eden talks about how he didn't, like, it wasn't really well known, and just like how he managed his cancer very gracefully and quietly, and he was a lovely man, an icon, absolute icon. If you don't look good, we don't look good. Vidal Sassoon. So anyways, my daughter is friends with her daughter, so we were at her birthday party, and Connor was going from baseball practice to football practice. And this was near like a school in the valley called Chaminade. They were going from Encino to Chaminade, okay, to this school. And so apparently he wanted this particular Gatorade, or just wanted a Gatorade. And the first store they went to didn't have one. And the second one and the third one they went to was like a little strip mall. And like, kind of not the, like in a like subdivision, okay? So it wasn't like, it was like a neighborhood, but it was, it wasn't anything fancy. Let me just put it like that. And so poor Connor, he was playing like 5 sports at that time, maybe even more. I don't know. My husband loved to push him. And then after that, he like almost quit everything, but he rebounded. But anyways, that was a sidetrack. They pull in to this little, convenience corner store to get his Gatorade, and he has to change in the car. He has to change from baseball stuff into his football stuff, okay? And Connor says to his dad, Dad, Peyton Manning just walked past our car, or our Jeep. It was a Jeep. And he's like, what? And he turns, his dad turns, and God, please present a situation. Here's the situation. He turns, and what does he see? A commercial set. Peyton Manning was filming a commercial on this Saturday. Oh, actually, it must have been a Sunday. I don't know, it was Saturday or Sunday. In the valley, where like nobody would know. Connor went to, this is his 3rd store. Okay, if it had been the first store, it wouldn't be at the 3rd store. Okay, and he was going from baseball to football. Okay, and here is Peyton Manning filming a commercial. And so his father calls me, and I go, don't you leave without having him meet Peyton. Don't you dare leave. I'm like, I'm coming. He's like, no, I got this. I'm like, do you? Because like, a mother's love, not that a dad's love is not as, it's the mama bear thing. He's like, okay, I got this. So he went over to like one of the security guys, and he said, hey, can my son meet Peyton? He's a huge fan, which is true, like a legitimately huge fan. And he said, oh, that's really difficult, but if he has a football, I'll have him sign it. I said, great, have his football, going to football. Football's always in the car anyways. Takes the football, gives it to the security guard, takes it back. Somebody signs it. We think it's Peyton. Who knows? He brings back the ball and was like, oh, great. That's awesome. Now I'm at the party still, my Liv's birthday party. And I'm like, oh my gosh, please. I'm just like praying, don't let this opportunity go. This is God answering our prayers. And so this is how the story like progresses. So he tells me this all after, of course, because I wasn't like harassing him, but I was definitely like visualizing. So they go into the store, my son and his dad, they go into the store to get the Gatorade. And there's another security guard in there. And he gets up back to back with his dad, with Connor's dad, and says, hey, Peyton's going to be taking a break in about 5 minutes. When I say go, when I give you like the sign, just send your son in, just have him run in. And he's like, oh, okay. So get the Gatorade outside and watching. And here comes Peyton in his robe, because that's what you do in between scenes. You have a robe. And he's walking. I guess he's walking through the set. He's going from one place to another. And the guy gives the signal. And Connor runs in there. He's like, Mr. Manning? Swear to God. Now Connor is like, oh, I don't know, probably 8. And Peyton is giant. And he's like, hey, buddy. And he's like, oh, I'm a huge fan of yours, and I want to be a football player just like you. And so God bless Peyton Manning. He's like, hey, did you get the football that I signed for you? He's like, yes. So confirmation, it is Peyton's signature. We have it in a glass case. Do not touch the ball. And Peyton got down like really low, put his hands on his knees, and he started asking Connor all kinds of questions. Like taking the time to ask him genuine questions about Connor, like, what he was interested in, what he loved about football, what he did for fun. I mean, just a mensch of a guy, just like an awesome guy. Well, okay, good. So it's glad you got my autograph, and just walked away. No, stood there and talked to Connor. I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't believe it. And so Connor said he shook his hand, and that his hand was like 2 of mine. He said his hand was so big. And then they left. And then, so his dad calls me, and I'm like, what? Oh my gosh, that's so awesome. That's so amazing. I'm like, I manifested that, by the way. It took me almost 2 years. I mean, with some help. But I said, and then I'm like, did you get a picture? He's like, no. I'm like, what do you mean, no? You didn't get a picture? He's like, no, I didn't. Why did you get a picture? He's like, I wasn't next to him. And if I went in there, I would have interrupted their interaction. So I was a little disappointed. I would have probably slipped in there at the end and said, oh, Mr. Manning, could we please have a photo? But, men, they like to be a little bit more on the cool side for the most part. But if I had been there, I guarantee you, we would also have a picture of Connor and Peyton. But that's okay, because we have this beautiful memory, this amazing story, this manifestation, ask and you shall receive story. And we have his football. We have a football with his signature on it. So it was a win. And most of all, Connor got to meet him. And it was just like, I was just beaming with joy, because when your dreams come true, that's awesome. Okay, that's super awesome. And I've had dreams come true, and I know what that feels like. And it's an amazing feeling. It's a beautiful feeling. But when your children's dreams come true, oh, forget about it. That's a whole other sense of joy, like pure joy to watch your children succeed, to win, to feel accomplished, to see how they interact with other people, to see when they do something kind, when they do something generous. I mean, when you see that, it's just pure joy. It's just joy. To see their children are happy, thriving, they're giving, they're kind, they're generous. If they make a mistake, they admit it. They know how to apologize. And they have their own dreams. And when their own dreams come true, their dreams are your dreams. So his dream came true. My dream came true for him. And Peyton, if you ever watch this, just know that I think that you are the best. I think that you are like amazing as a football player, of course, we all know that, but as a human being. You're a beautiful human being. I want to thank you for taking time. Well, taking 5 minutes out of your day while you're filming a commercial in the valley to talk to Connor. It really, it made his day, his month, his year, and a lifelong memory that can be told over and over and over again. With joy. So that's my I am inspired Inspiration Sunday story. And that's also like one of the miracles. I had 4 major miracles. That was one of them, because that was a miracle. He had retired. He wasn't playing anymore. And all of his commercials are so funny. They're so great. He's just all around like amazing. All right. Okay. So please, if you have any stories like that, comment below, comment. And, please share the Cancer Show with anybody that you know who's going through treatment, who is just newly diagnosed, or who is surviving. I do a live every single day, as you can tell by my voice. And also check out the Amazon, the Cancer Show support store. I've already done 5 lives where I talk about things that are cancer-centric. So I did organic tea, organic coffee, organic chocolate, milk alternatives, because milk is not good for you. If you're going through treatment, please stop drinking milk. It is not good for you, and you should not be drinking it. Any dairy products, bad. They're bad for you. Also, and then pillows. I talked about pillows, and I'm actually going to be doing one in a little bit. And I just, as I build the store, instead of you having to do the research, because it does take time to do the research, and I'm not just going in there and going, oh, I'm going to pick this and this and this. I like to read about it. I want to know that what I'm sharing with you is valuable and helpful and will help ease your pain, or, help build your immunity, or, help with nausea, or whatever it is. But that can take a lot of time. So this just helps take out the busy work. And I haven't bought everything that I'm recommending. I have not bought, but I research, and I have some kind of connection, like tea, like herbal tea. Like I'm very good at herbal tea because I love tea. I love black tea and I love herbal tea. I don't drink a lot of coffee, but I have done in the past. Not a lot. I've never been a huge coffee drinker. I think it's because the caffeine, it's very it's hard on my my stomach. And it always has been, which is interesting because I did get colon cancer. A lot of things hurt my stomach. And I actually diagnosed myself as that I had IBD, which is irritable bowel disease, but it wasn't, unfortunately. It was cancer. But anyways, so I went into my storefront because I'm just learning how to do everything, but I went to my storefront and I did, I think 5 teas, but now I have 30 teas there, 30 teas to choose from. And some of them are like gifts that you can send, or some of them are just like little sampler packets so you can figure out what you do and what you don't like. And one's for like sleeping, relaxing, anxiety. They're all different kinds. So check that out, and then check out the pillows, especially if you've just had a surgery. The memory pillows, you have the long pillows, the short pillows, all kinds of pillows. So that's there too. And then also the chocolate and the milk alternatives. And so that's it. So thank you so much for joining me. Tomorrow we're going to be doing Meditation Monday. Love Meditation Monday. Sets us up for the week and just gets us on track. We make some decisions, follow through, some intentions, loving yourself, connecting with your higher power. And I always do a body cleansing, a visual body cleansing. And you should be doing that every single day anyways. All right. Thank you so much for joining me, and I will see you tomorrow. Daily mantra: I am healthy, I'm happy, I'm whole. Thank you, Peyton. I am healthy, I'm happy, I am whole. Thank you, universe. I'm healthy, I'm happy, I'm whole. Thank you, God. Amen. Thanks so much for joining me. The thriving starts now.